some new information is coming out about Celeste, Rebus Hernandez, and David. And this one is pretty crazy, and it's gonna leave people with a lot of questions. I was scrolling the David Reddit to see if anybody found any new information, and I came across this post, which is actually crazy. So this man said that he found this Tesla card right in front of David's house this morning. He said, I live pretty close to David's place and I just wanted to go check out the area, and ended up finding this Tesla key right in the gutter behind some leaves. And he added all of these pictures with this post, and he's saying that he found it in here and it was covered up with leaves. A picture of where he was standing outside David's house that David just moved out of with his manager, and even turns it around so everybody can see the house a little bit more. And everybody is freaking out like, oh my gosh, this man is touching this card with his bare fingers. They are grilling him on that, and then they also want to know, hey, are you turning this into police, because this could be a huge deal. And this man came back and updated everybody that he did call the police, and he uploaded a picture of this phone call, which is the number for the LAPD non-emergency complaints. He said he gave the card to the police for their investigation. I am so shocked that somebody found this. Like, it's absolutely crazy to think about, but where he is saying he found this is like really sketchy to me. And now I feel like it's leaving us with more and more questions that we've already had since the beginning of this whole entire thing. To me, it seems like somebody purposely put this Tesla card for whatever reason into this hole and then maybe covered it with leaves. Or I'm wondering now, did somebody else have access to his car with this key card? Because you can use your phone as a key for the Tesla, so you technically wouldn't need the card if you had the app downloaded. My mind goes to, okay, well, let's think if somebody never had the app, and let's just say they used the card the whole entire time. What if they dropped it and it somehow went into this hole? And this is why maybe potentially the car was never moved, like what the neighbors were saying, because they couldn't find the key card. But in my opinion, I feel like somebody would have to purposely put this key in this hole for whatever reason. The whole situation about the car is just really confusing to me. At the end of the day, it just leaves me with a lot of questions. So we heard some of the neighbors say that it smelled around where the car was, and this is one of the reasons why they ended up calling about this car being abandoned. And a lot of them described it as a sewer smell. And the first time that this car was reported by somebody, the caller called in and they didn't say anything about the smell, but they did say that this car has been sitting and it has a dent in the back of it. And this was on August 26th of 2025 that somebody placed this phone call reporting this vehicle as abandoned. And then they come out to this Tesla on August 27th, the next day, and they mark the tires with chalk to see if it moves. Then they come back out on 9/3 to see if the car moved, and this is when they issue a citation and they report that it does have that dent on the back of the Tesla. But they do not come back to tow that Tesla away until 9/6 of 2025. You're telling me there is 3 different times that people were around this car and nobody really reported it smelling so horrid like they did just a couple days later? To me, it's really odd, but we are learning new details, which kind of lines down that timeline. And now the fact that we are seeing that somebody found a Tesla card right outside of his house is absolutely crazy. On top of all of this, the store owner that claimed that he caught Celeste on his surveillance video the day after she was reported missing by her family back in March has now gave the video footage to TMZ. Remind you, this store owner was so adamant that this was Celeste because she would come into his store all the time that he ended up telling the family, like, hey, I am pretty sure I caught Celeste on video footage. And then he also claimed that in this video, he believed that he saw her get into a car at the very end, but he couldn't tell what kind of car it was because the video wasn't the greatest. Here she is coming around the corner right there. And she's getting closer, and I think he means she gets into a car right here when she gets further up there, which does leave me with some very big questions. Still going. Okay, and you can see her and she's kind of just stopped right there, like she's getting into somebody's car, which I can tell why he thought that. And then here's another frame of her a little bit closer going past the store. You have to remember, TMZ was able to figure out that this photo of David allegedly paying off this child that knew Celeste was literally right around the corner from her house. I want to know what date this photo was actually taken, because the environment of the background of this photo kind of looks similar to the parking lot where she was headed towards during that film. And we literally have this child who came out on TikTok on December 14th of 2024 literally talking about this. This kid alleged this all the way back in 2024, saying that David was paying kids thousands of dollars and he was also giving them things like canes and more to not say anything about his relationship with Celeste. At this point, all of this stuff just cannot be a coincidence. But y'all, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.